Okay, so this is Assassin's Creed Mirage, and it is released on 2023. So yeah, so these are the settings. Everything is set on the minimum settings. Yeah. So this is gonna be the last batch of games on the GTX 1060 because this is getting ridiculous. Yeah, you can see that the game is actually stuttering, and yeah, the GTX 1060 is actually really showing its age. Well, you can theoretically play it like this if you really like on a budget and you don't really have the money to change the card or something. But this is, yeah, kinda ridiculous. The 1% and 0.1% is actually staying below 20 like all the time. And yes, this is on the minimum settings, so you cannot do anything else to increase performance. So unless you want to lower the resolution, but it will be more ridiculous. So yeah. Okay, so this is another game from 2023. It is called Starfield. So, yeah. Finally, at least I reached my goal. Finally tested out Alan Wake 2 and Starfield on GTX 1060. So, yeah. So the settings is this is the absolute minimum settings of the game, and 1080p resolution. So yeah. So yeah, Starfield actually runs a little bit better than Assassin's Creed because the 1% lows stays above 20 FPS, so there's not there is no stuttering, at least in this area. Maybe later in the game you will encounter some stutters, but in here it's kinda good actually. Yeah, the FPS dropped when you go into the menu, but there was no stutter in the actual game. So yeah, but the FPS is actually cannot even reach 30 FPS, and this is the absolute minimum settings. So yeah, so yeah, let's enjoy the gameplay of Starfield. Okay, so these are the settings. As you can see, everything is on the minimum settings. Resolution is 1080p. So yeah. Okay, so this is the Silent Hill 2 remake from 2024. And yeah, it is running on GTX 1060. So yeah, this game is actually kinda, yeah, as you can see that was a big dip of the frame rate. So yeah, this game is actually kinda surprised me because I really thought that this game can run a little bit better because there is not a, well, I don't want to spoil the game, but there's not a lot of action in this game. This is not Resident Evil, so yeah. And yeah, so you can play this game is actually on 1060, but I wanted to make this video a little bit longer because there is some stutters in some areas, especially when you transition from one area to another. So yeah, I actually expected that this game will handle this. This card can handle this game, but well, you can actually play it. It's not terrible, but I actually when yeah, you can tell actually what's going on because when I saw another YouTubers, they are playing this game on 1060 and it looks completely fine. But when you're running in one area, and not moving the camera, the game looks kinda stable. But the moment you start to look around and actually the fast turning the camera, the FPS is actually dropping. So yeah, well, of course this game will be the best of all I tested, because this game don't have a lot of action, so you can't theoretically play it like this. But that's the point that I wanted to point it out, that GTX 1060 is actually a pretty old card. It is 8 years. The card is actually 8-year card. So yeah. So I will leave the gameplay for a little bit, because I really wanted to see how this card will handle this game. So yeah.
Falling free, trying my happened to us? What happened to me? What happened as I let it slip? I was confused by the powers that be, forgetting names and faces. Passers-by were looking at me as if they could erase it. Baby, did you forget to take your meds? Baby, did you forget to take your meds?
Okay, and this is the final game from 2024, and it is called Stalker 2. This is the most demanding game I have ever seen. Well, this is not the last. It will be last for me, but there is one, I don't know, kind of big game. It shows near the end of the year. Yeah, by the time I upload this video, the game will be out already. So it is Indiana Jones, new Indiana Jones game. But yeah, this Stalker 2 is kind of last, like, really major open world title in 2024. And yeah, it is very, very demanding. So I couldn't possibly play it actually like this, because yeah, as you can see in the moment, it will be a big stutter, yeah, like that. So yeah, because it is a first person shooter and open world title, so you need actually 60 FPS, at least for me. You need 60 FPS. And 0% and 1% loss actually pretty low. It just stays below 20, sometimes below 10, so it is crazy. And the normal FPS cannot even stay on 30. So the biggest problem with this game is the RAM. It is actually the RAM, because I never had this issue before with 16 gigs, but on Stalker 2 16 gigs is actually not enough. So yeah, I read some forums, some comments, and they say it is a memory leak, that it shouldn't be like this. So I don't at this the game is actually just released, so I cannot say a lot about it. Is it that crazy demanding, or it just need a big update to patch all these issues? But at this time when I'm recording, it is what it is. So the better graphics don't. I don't think it will make a difference actually. Of course, 8 gig card will be much better than 6 gig. So maybe, yeah, it will have more RAM, but I don't know. And if you have the motherboard with 2 slots and both of them occupied, if you have like 2 sticks of 8 gigs, so yeah. And just if you have DDR4, just like, yeah, DDR4 system, so just take it out those RAMs, just throw it in the garbage and buy 2 16 gig kits. I don't know, maybe it is better to save more money and buy a DDR5 system. So it doesn't really make sense for those kind of people to just take out two sticks of 8 gigs and just replace them with 2 sticks with 16. So yeah, but I don't know, this game is actually pretty demanding. You need pretty powerful graphics card, pretty powerful CPU as well, especially in the later areas. So yeah. So yeah, this was my final video, I think. And yeah, those videos was like more for myself, because people only care about the latest titles. So yeah. But yeah, this was a great run, at least for me. And if somebody like get something useful from these kind of videos, let me know in the comments. So yeah, good luck and good night. I'm signing out.